What is going on, guys? DBG here. In this video we are going to do the best squad you can pick up for 60k MT in NBA 2K18 MyTEAM. If you guys can leave a like in this video, that'd be greatly appreciated. If we get a 200 likes, that would be insane. And also, if you guys are new and like this content, subscribe. We are trying to hit 35k subs by the end of the year. It's not looking like it's gonna happen, but it will be quite close. Even if we can get above the 34k mark, I'll be happy. But anyway, now let's get into the squad. At the point guard, the star man of this team, the 6'10 speed boosting demigod Ben Simmons. If this card could shoot, it would be the best card right now in my team. Comes with 3 bronze badges. Obviously 6'10", 88 defensive overall, 90 offensive overall. He's got 96 driving layup. He's got not a great shot mid of 73 open, but at the same time, if he's wide open, he can hit them, especially off the catch. Post hook and fadeaway, not the best, but not terrible, especially if it's a mismatch inside. He's not going to hit threes at all. Open shot 3 of 52. I don't even think I've hit a 3 with aversion of Ben Simmons this year, and this one's no better. Hopefully Ben Simmons has one good shooting game for one of his moments cards and he ends up getting a boost to that. But if that happens, it's just GG. It's game over. 86 ball control, speed boost, great passing stats, all above 85. Offensive rebound 89, defensive rebound 89. Which it helps having rebounding at the point guard position, not necessary, but it also means you can play him at the 4, and he works really well as a fast 4. But I do prefer using shooters at that position, so that's why I like him at point guard. Defensive stats not good, but in game, because of his height and quickness, even though his lateral quickness isn't the highest, to be honest, actually 82 is not that bad. With his quickness and his height, he feels way better on defense than his stats would show. Steal of 85 is good. He's got a block of 75, which is not bad at all, especially because he's tall. 85 driving dunk, 93 speed, 89 speed of ball, 88 acceleration, and then 95 driving dunk tendencies. This card is one of the best cards I've used this year, definitely. At the 2, we've got one of my favorite cards in 2K. And, like, I do use some similar players in a lot of these squads, but there's a reason, they're just that good. And this is, where is he? Sorry, shooting guards, Emerald. It's Gerald Henderson. Like, this card, let's look at his stats for me. He's averaging 14.2 points per game in 11 games, and he was averaging like 16 points before I sold my other Gerald Henderson and bought a new one. And Gerald Henderson, what a card. What a card. 84 defensive overall, 82 offensive overall. Stats lie. His shooting is actually surprisingly poor, but he has the best driving layup in the game in my opinion. 84 is a lie. He's the best finisher I've used. And he's also got a great driving dunk of 95 from 100 tendencies. Just an incredible offensive player, and well, to be honest, until I find someone better, he's going to be in a lot of these squads. And sometimes you can honestly pick him up for less than 2k MT. While most of the time he's between maybe like 3 and 4k, I've seen him up for 1500 in the last couple of days. At the 3, another one, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Jared Jeffries. Jared Jeffries, a beast of a card. Like, just a glue guy. I've talked about him enough. 6'11", he's tall, he can defend, and he can shoot the ball. At the 4, we have got a new player, someone we haven't used yet, Kristaps Porzingis. I picked up Emerald Porzingis for 2.5k MT. 2.5k MT for this 7'3" beast. He's got 88 offensive overall. He's got a good post fadeaway of 87, good post hook of 82, especially because he's 7'3". Good post control, good open shot mid of 90, great open shot 3 of 87, and he's 7'3". He's got good free throw of 79. He's also got not bad lateral quickness of 69. He has a block of 85, which is really good. Steal 58, not the best. Low post defense IQ 74, not too bad, but he is 7'3", so it'll be better. Standing dunk of 90, standing and driving dunk tendency of 85. He's a really good dunker. 72 speed is really good, and you can't forget he's 7'3". Like 6'10", 6'11", and 7'3" on this team. This starting 5 is huge. If only we had a big 2 guard. If we put Kevin Durant or something in there, it would be just such a big lineup. And at the 5, in the game, like I was planning on making this an 80k squad and using Ruby Andre Drummond. Obviously, I don't have the Ruby Andre Drummond, I can't afford him, but the thing is that I've used this Sapphire this year, and I don't think there's much of a difference. So Drummond Sapphire card, at a good time, you can probably pick him up for about 5k. When the market's in the process of crashing, he's probably about 5k MT, but right now he's about 7.5k. So let's compare him. Like, 3 difference in offensive overall. He's got a much better driving layup, his post game is a little bit better, draw foul is better. Passing a little better, I don't think that makes much of a difference. And then they're almost the same. Like, contact dunk of 20 is good, but like, there's not enough of a difference to justify nearly spending 20 extra K on Andre Drummond's Ruby card. So I would definitely put his Sapphire card in there, but obviously there's no point just buying and put it in the squad, because I have used the Sapphire card in the past and there's honestly no difference. They feel the exact same. I thought the Ruby was going to be better, but they honestly felt the exact same. Off the bench at the 1, another one, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It is Evan Turner. Really nice dribble moves, great passing, like really nice passing stats, got 89 ball control, 6'7", and because like people are complaining about you not using point guards at point guard. The problem is that 95% of the time you're coming up against Penny Hardaway and off the bench someone like Reggie Theus, or someone's going to use a small forward as well. So don't hate the player, hate the game. Until 2K fix the fact that there's very little punishment for playing people out of position, people are just going to keep doing it, and it's going to be how you're going to be successful, especially with the fact that they've given 86 ball control to so many players this year. At the 2 is my favorite shooter in the game, one of the best players I've used this year. Straight up, one of the best players I've used this year. And, oh yeah, small forwards. Anthony Morrow. Anthony Morrow is money. 11.6 points per game for me. He's shooting well over 50% from the field and 50% from 3. Now, 3 goal badges. Unfortunately, if he had goal limitless range, this card would be unstoppable. But it's not just his shooting. 6'5", so he's not too small to play at the 2. Probably a bit too small to play at the 3. 89 open shot mid. He's at a 95 open shot 3. Unfortunately, only a 71 off dribble. If that was 95 as well, it'd be just game over. Because he's got 86 ball control, meaning he can speed boost. He's got an 89 driving layup, meaning he's actually quite good going to the basket and finishes relatively well. His defense is poor, but he has okay lateral quickness, meaning that it's not as bad as the stats seem. Driving dunk, he's not going to dunk at all. Like 0 dunk tendency, I've yet to dunk with him. I've been trying to practice and I can't. Good speed, acceleration, speed with ball. And this card for like 6.5k, 7k MT, you can't go wrong with this card. Like even later on in the year, I can see myself using this card just because of how good a shooter he is. And you always need shooters on your team. And he can speed boost as well, which is insane. At the 3, we've got a duo that I haven't used in a while at the 3 and the 4. And I'm going to put in Richard Jefferson and Luke Walton. Like, this duo, if you look at it stats-wise, you're thinking this duo shouldn't be good. But I don't know why. I just play so well with this duo. Like, I really like this duo. Anytime I use it, I think it's really good. And then I forget about using it, and then I use it again. I'm like, oh, why did I stop using it? But this duo is a beast. Like Jefferson, 85 shot mid, still has a decent 3 ball. A release that actually, once you get used to it, isn't that bad. Kind of awkward when you start though. 95 driving dunk, 80 dunk tendency, a really nice card. Luke Walton is just a glue guy. Like, you always need one, and he's just really good at 86 open shot 3 with a weird but good release, surprisingly good release. Rebounding not the best, but rebounding doesn't seem to be a problem really for me. Like averaging 4.5 rebounds per, or 4.8 rebounds per game is not bad at all. Shooting wise, it shoots really well for me. And yeah, this card just, it shouldn't be good. Like, its stats mean that it shouldn't be good, but it just is. These 2 cards play really well for me. And at the 5, we have got, for 4k MT, Sapphire Marc Gasol. Like, I have a love-hate relationship with this card. Like, he's averaging 5.4 points and 5.4 rebounds per game for me, which is not bad at all. He's shooting well under 50% from 3, shooting badly from 3, but shooting well over 50% from the field. He shoots unbelievable from mid-range for me. Like, he just doesn't miss from mid. He's got unbelievable stats, like great post hook and post fadeaway. Good shot mid of 85, good shot 3 of 85, with an alright release. Surprisingly, like, I green everything from mid, but as soon as he steps outside that 3-point line, I can't green anything. It's weird. 93 free throws well, which is big. Rebounding, not the best, but he actually rebounds surprisingly well. Good block, good shot contest, great defense, and not terrible speed of 50 for a center. This card is just solid. And like, I've yet to find any better centers for this cheap. Like, I prefer him to Vucevic, I prefer him to Brook Lopez. So for a budget center, I've yet to find anyone better. And as soon as I do, definitely this card will be getting replaced. But he does the job. Like, it's an alright card. Last 3 off the bench. We don't have that much MT left to make this a 40k squad. So we're going to start off with Emerald Aaron Gordon, who's actually dropped to like under 2k MT because of the recent market crash. He may go up, may go down, but when I was looking at the market last night, he was like 1500 MT. 6'9", good offensive player. He can shoot the mid, he can shoot the 3. He can rebound relatively well. His defense is non-existent, but he does have a 97 driving dunk with good tendencies and a good standing dunk as well. So he's basically like a slightly better Blake Griffin. Next, you've got Otto Porter. If Richard Jefferson's not hitting shots or you need someone to shoot the ball, Porter's one of the best shooters in the game in my opinion. Great shot close, great shot mid, great shot 3. I like his release. A lot of people hate it, but I'm a big fan of Porter's release. Last guy off the bench, because we really, as far as I know, we do have about 500 coins left. So I'm just going to go Spencer Dinwiddie. Glitchy dribble moves. Like, this is one of the most underrated cards in the game. Like, I know his Emerald is like 1200 MT, so I'd probably advise you to pick up the Emerald, but there's very little difference between them, so there's no point in me upgrading. But he's got glitchy dribble moves, good open shot mid, good open shot 3. and actually defends way better than his stats would suggest, and is quite fast. So this card is really nice in my opinion. So anyway, that's the team. Now let's get on to the highlights. So anyway, that's the video. In my opinion, it's the best team you can pick up for 60k MT. It's got pretty much everything. Like, to be honest, I personally wouldn't use someone like Andre Drummond, but a lot of people do like their rebounding and defensive centers. I'd rather my center to give something on offense, which Drummond doesn't at all. Like, obviously, replace this with the sapphire one. But, yeah, I would much rather prefer a center that can spread the floor, especially when you're putting him on the floor with Ben Simmons. But this 5 did seem to work alright because of how good Simmons was, and Porzingis was a beast. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.